The whole idea is to make this flange so we can have some attachment points. Finally the arc is done and everything is welded. Now we will try to do some electro-polishing. It takes a lot of time. It's actually super boring.
Finally, we have a good
weather window
for continuing with the doghouse. We thought we would be able to do it earlier, because there usually always like some weekend in May that is 20-ish degrees or something. Yeah. But this May has been like really cold. It's still May though, but...
I'm not sure how long time ago was it when we moved the doghouse to the boat?
I think it was sometime in April.
Yeah.
Before Easter.
Yeah, more than a month ago.
All packed up, ready to go to the boat.
Okay, so now we're gonna lift the doghouse up a bit, but still keep it in position, and then place some protecting plastic film all over the deck and do some preparations, and then we will start the actual lamination, which we will do. I mean, the whole idea is to make this flange so we can have some attachment points along the bottom line of the doghouse. We will place some thickened epoxy, maybe together with some chopped glass fiber underneath the whole length basically, and then when we lower it down, we will basically make, I don't know what you call it, make not a mold, but make a nice fit to the deck, and then we're gonna laminate this flange on the inside. The main structural attachment for the beam is it has its own attachment screws with a laminated backing plate in the bottom of the beam, so that will take all the forces from the actual main sheet. So this is just for basically keeping the rest in place. Structural, but not in the magnitude of what the main sheet beam will take.
Final piece of plastic. Here we won't have this foot flange thingy. Just has some thickened epoxy under the beam. We added some extra release tape on top of this other plastic, as we're not sure how well it will release from the red plastic. And we have a lot of this release tape that we haven't used, so thought we'd just use it, just in case.
Time to cut some glass fiber.
Such a lovely day today.
Okay, so now the flange has cured since yesterday, and we're going to try to see if it's stuck to the boat or not. Hopefully not. Let's see if we can lift it. Seems to come loose, right?
Yes. Yes. I think we'll leave it a few more days until we lift it off the boat.
Yeah.
Just to make sure it's super cured. And then we'll take it off the boat and do all the finishing work. Now we're about to put the first toilet back in place, which will be ours. And here it is. Again, we also previously got some comment wondering why we don't sell them, as they are quite fancy toilets, and I guess usually worth a lot secondhand. But I doubt we will get that much out of these, because they are quite old, and if you look closely on them, they are quite worn out. Not that they don't work anymore. I think they would be good enough for us. Best to try with fresh water first.
Yeah.
Now I soon have the second toilet in place as well. Here, and yeah, I think a valid question we've got is, do we really need 3 toilets? And yeah, not for the 2 of us, we won't. We're gonna have people with us, and that times be full boat, I guess, with 8 people. So then I guess it will be nice having 3 toilets. But
yeah. I guess it kind of makes sense if you're 8 people.
Yeah, and it's also a little bit like this toilet is in the bow of the boat, and I guess it will be natural for these 2 cabins to use this one. And here is like our toilet, and then you have to go for this toilet, like you have to go into our cabin to go into the toilet, and same with this one. It's also in, I don't know, the double aft cabin. You have to go into it and then into the toilet. So yeah, yes, it for now it makes sense to have 3 toilets, but we'll see. I guess, as mentioned earlier, in the long run we might rebuild the companionway and make it lower. As a first step, we might just make this part lower. It's quite easy, and then it will be easier to get in. It's not a big thing, or it is a big thing maybe, but not as big. But maybe in the long run we'll have the cockpit floor continuing to here, and then we won't have a toilet here, maybe. But this is also very good. It's in the aft and it's in the middle, so it's probably quite nice to use this one on passages as well. So we'll see. I guess we will use the boat and sail with it, and then we see how we use the different toilets, and then maybe we decide to remove one.
So another toilet is in place. We've done all the hosing as well. The observant one will notice that there is no flushing. What do you call it? Like the water pump, maybe? Yeah, flushing pump and water pump, maybe. So the water pump is removed because it was broken. The whole cylinder had frozen and cracked, and we didn't really have time, or we didn't really want to spend the money on fixing them because they are crazy expensive to fix. So instead we're going to test a solution where we have a solenoid valve and have the flushing connected to the pressure system of the boat instead. So it'll basically be like a push button to open a solenoid valve to let water in when you want water in, and then you still have this one to pump it when you wanna flush it out.
Maybe something about the seawater, freshwater.
Yeah, we'll probably have like a crossover valve on that system, so we can both use seawater and freshwater depending on the situation. And also it's good for a longer period of time. If you're not going to use it, we can rinse that system with fresh water to not have any corrosion or stuff like that. We'll see how that works, but more on that later. Feels like I said it a couple of times now, but finally the arc is done and everything's welded. I think the only thing left now is just to polish it and make all the welds look nice. That's what we're gonna tackle now. And as soon as that is done, we're gonna move it and mount it on the boat.
Take a look at some of the welds.
We have done some grinding, and now we will try to do some electro-polishing, and we will focus on the welds so that they don't start to rust. Our setup here is it's like a carbon fiber brush like this one. Then we're just using a regular power supply. This one can deliver 5 amps, and I think we'll run it at 5 amps. It's a bit misleading now, but you connect positive to the frame and then negative to, even though this one is red, it's negative. And then you basically dip it in what is it called?
Phosphorus.
phosphorus acid, and then you like brush on the welds. That cleans them and passivates them, I think it's called, to make sure that they do not rust as easily. Yep.
They will probably do at some point.
Yeah, I mean I guess it's super important that you have had everything clean, and we have tried to use all the tools clean and just use this for stainless here, but as soon as you're starting to use any contamination from anything basically, then I guess you rub that in with all the grinding, it will probably rust at some point, but let's do as good as we can. Protection on.
How does it look?
It looks good. We need to do some bit more grinding and polishing, but I think we are closing in on an acceptable end result.
We're at the second day of polishing. Here is one weld that we missed yesterday, and here is one that we have been working with. This is not the nicest one though.
So we're more than halfway through of the polishing, and I think it turns out really good. We've been using this, I don't know what it's called, like a polishing pad-ish, with some polish. And as a first step, I mean this one is really good to get a good, nice surface, but it's very difficult to get access in all small, tight corners and spaces. Then we've also been using another cream polish, some other softer polish that you use with just with rags. I think the end result is really good, very promising, but it takes a lot of time.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're done for today now. We have to save a bit for later. It's actually super boring as well.
But it gets shiny.
Now it's time for some other stuff. Now we're gonna go and pick up the doghouse from the boat,
so we can continue with it. Finalize it.
here we have the flange from the deck. I think it turned out really good. The cut is quite, I'm not sure how wide it's gonna be, something like this.
Is a wasp or a bee or something inside here. We moved it yesterday, but we're not gonna continue with this now. We're gonna
finalize the arc first.
Yeah.
Then finally we can do the last work on this one as well. It's gonna be so exciting to paint it, mount all the stuff on it, mount the windows. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. See if we can help this fella out. We're closing in on the polishing.
I'm not just closing in, right? I think we're done, right?
Shouldn't we do the...
Oh, yeah. I thought we were done. I think we really settled with good enough. I mean, there are definitely some spots where it's not perfect, but
yeah,
it's just so boring polishing and working with it. So I would just consider it good enough and move on in life. We also mounted the davit as well.
Now we've never been this close to finalizing the polishing. So just gonna do this one and that one, and then I think we're good. And then we're just gonna take it to the boat and mount it, and then it's finished. The ark feels really nice. Hey, it's finished.
When did we start build this one? I don't even remember.
Easter. So late April.
1.5 months ago then.
Yeah. So here is our windows for the doghouse, and now we're gonna start cutting the doghouse to its shape. I guess we'll start with the windows, we think, and then the cap, and then maybe the aft part, but we'll see. It's a sunny day, so it's difficult using the laser.
Yeah.
We're using it inside of the doghouse. Still wanted to use the laser, so maybe it will get a little bit cloudier soon or darker, so we can continue. But in the meantime, we'll drill the holes for the grab rails. Exciting! It's time for the second one.
Trying to sort out how we're gonna cut the roof and the back wall here and the edge of the roof. It's difficult. It's too many
Decisions in one go.
Yeah.
And they affect each other, all of them.
But I think we're closing in on something.
Which one should we cut first?
I don't know. So we have started cutting up the holes for the windows and done some other trimming of the doghouse, and I also started to add some glass fiber around the windows to get the wall thickness somewhat even, because otherwise it will be very difficult to get a nice mounting of the windows later on. Next step for the doghouse is to start to make it all fair. We have some trimming left to do as well, but then it's all about making everything nice and fair, and then it's time to paint it.